Hi, I'm David Charlton, and this is Demystifying Mental Toughness Podcast. 5 minutes for a series of 10 episodes on a Tuesday for those interested in football or soccer and who want to play their best more often. Hi there. Right, so this week I'm going to share a situation, and this situation is a negative one, at least in the eyes of some players. For example, a coach might ask a player to play out of position. So we'll use the example of a right winger, for argument's sake here, who's been asked to play fullback for the benefit of the team. Is this situation actually bad? With a big question mark there. For some players, when they look through that lens, yes, damn right it's a bad thing. Yet the coach might actually be looking at it very differently. They might see the fact that you could do a good job for the team. They might notice that you like going forward, that you're one of the fittest players at the club, that you've got that capacity to go up and down all day and do both parts of the job if you like, attacking and defending. Now, the difficulty here though is your perception of the situation. That's right, perception's the key word here. Your perception is very different to the coach's. Your perception of playing fullback. So yeah, you might be thinking this is bad crack. Why can't the coach just play Jess in that position? She's much better than me. I don't enjoy playing fullback. I'm much more comfortable attacking. The wingers over the next couple of weeks are going to run me ragged. I've got to come up against fast, tricky guys to mark. This is a really crap, rubbish situation. It's not going to be much fun at all. That's your perception, isn't it? Now what you could do though, instead of judging the situation or judging the coach, you could simply observe. Sit back and observe. So observe the different feelings, the different emotions that are associated with playing fullback. The lack of satisfaction, the lack of enjoyment. Perhaps you're out of your comfort zone. Are you making it about you, this situation? That's going to be my next question. Are you guilty of letting your emotions get in the way here? Are your heightened emotions clouding your judgment? And again, the key word is judgment in this case. You're making judgments about your situation perhaps. And naturally in a team sport you're going to have teammates who've got a lot to say as well. And they're likely to be making judgments about the selection, about the decision, about the tactics. So, when you step back, when you observe, are you guilty of letting your ego get in the way here? Is your pride dented? If you recognise that perhaps, yes, your ego is getting in the way, what I'm going to do is I'm going to signpost you to episode 187 of the podcast. This looks at task and ego involvement when it comes down to goal setting and is likely going to be a big help to you. Another thing, when we go back to observing, perhaps you observe threats. That's right, so the situation, playing out of position, you are seeing threats. You're not seeing opportunities for growth. You're not seeing opportunities to develop other skills. If we think about it, a top player playing out of position, perhaps a Kyle Walker, whose game's evolved over the years and he's been played in a variety of positions and roles within the team and in different ways. If he'd seen these sort of situations as threats, then he certainly wouldn't be playing under Pep and playing in a great Manchester City team. So seeing the situation as a challenge is much more helpful. So stepping back again, observing, are you seeing it as a challenge? Are you seeing it as a way to learn and develop yourself, your knowledge of the game, your skills? That type of mindset is going to help you no end in the long run. Another point on ego. If you stripped away your ego and the emotion wasn't necessarily there, the threat wasn't there, the fear wasn't there, the tension wasn't there, what feelings would you experience? Could you perhaps learn to lighten up? Could you learn to take the seriousness out of the situation and laugh at yourself? A sense of humour is vitally important. It could help you chill out and relax and then play without a fear of consequences and play without a fear of making mistakes. And then the magic happens, doesn't it? You make a big impact and you play very differently and feel an awful lot better in yourself too. So yeah, some musings today from me, some food for thought I hope. Be careful, as we say, not to let your perception, the thinking part of your brain, go into overdrive and take over when you experience those big emotions. Try to be more objective. And to help you on this score, to see things differently, with fresh eyes, you may wish to sign up to the X Factor, a regular newsletter I've recently started sending out to footballers, coaches, academy directors, managers, and parents of footballers. It's going to help you learn an awful lot more about becoming a better footballer, a more rounded footballer, and get the most from your talent. Details are in the show notes. Enjoy your day.